we're diving into one of the most significant moves of the 2025 offseason. The Chicago Bears have just locked down Drew Dalman, a 26-year-old center, to a massive 3-year, $42 million contract. That's right, $42 million. Not only is this a huge payday for Dalman, but it also makes him the second highest paid center in the NFL. That's a big deal. But what does this mean for the Chicago Bears? How does this move impact the team's future and their hopes for the 2025 season? The Chicago Bears are in the midst of a complete offensive line overhaul, and it's no secret why. Over the last few seasons, one of the team's biggest struggles has been protecting their quarterbacks. Whether it was Justin Fields or Caleb Williams, the Bears' offensive line just couldn't hold up. Last year, the Bears' offensive line allowed 68 sacks, the most in the entire league. That's a brutal number for any quarterback, let alone a young, developing signal caller like Caleb Williams. With this kind of protection, a quarterback's confidence and ability to perform is severely limited. So it's clear that something had to be done. And here's where Drew Dalman comes into play. Now, you might be asking yourself, who is Drew Dalman and why should we care about him? Great question. Drew Dalman is a 26-year-old center who was drafted by the Atlanta Falcons in the 4th round of the 2021 NFL Draft. Dalman had a solid rookie year, primarily serving as a backup, but by 2022 he had earned the starting center role. Since then, he has been a steady presence on the Falcons' offensive line. He's not a flashy player, but that's what makes him so effective. Offensive linemen aren't always the most celebrated players, but they are among the most important, and Dalman has quietly been one of the better centers in the league. In his first few seasons with the Falcons, Dalman was known for being a consistent force in both pass protection and run blocking, but it wasn't until 2024 that he truly solidified his place as one of the top centers in the NFL. Despite being limited to just 9 games due to an ankle injury, Dalman still posted a respectable 78.8 grade from Pro Football Focus, ranking him 4th out of 64 centers. That's not just good, that's elite. Now, let's talk about why Dalman's signing is such a big deal for the Chicago Bears. When the Bears went into the offseason, one of the team's biggest needs was at center. Last season, Coleman Shelton held down the starting job, but with a lackluster 66.5.4 grade from PFF, it was clear that the Bears needed to upgrade at the position. Dalman's arrival changes everything. With Dalman, the Bears now have one of the most reliable centers in the league. This is huge for Caleb Williams, the team's franchise quarterback. Having a solid center is essential for a quarterback's success. A good center can set the tone for the entire offensive line, keeping the pocket clean and allowing the quarterback to focus on reading the defense and making plays. But it's not just about pass protection. A center also plays a massive role in the run game, and that's something the Bears struggled with in 2024. The Bears finished 2024 ranked 25th in rushing offense, averaging just 102 yards per game. For a team that wants to compete in the NFC, that's not nearly good enough. The running back position, which has been a bit of a revolving door, hasn't had the support it needs from the offensive line. But with Dalman anchoring the center position, things are about to change. Dalman is known for his exceptional run blocking skills. In 2024, he posted a run blocking grade of 79.8 from Pro Football Focus, ranking 5th best among all centers. That's a game changer. The Bears need a center who can open up running lanes for their backs, and Dalman can do just that. With Dalman in the middle, the running backs will have better opportunities to break through the line and gain crucial yards. Whether it's DeAndre Swift or another back, Dalman will make sure there's a clear path for them to hit the hole and pick up yards. It's not just about the 2025 season either. This is a long-term investment for the Bears. Drew Dalman is just 26 years old, which means he's entering the prime of his career. The Bears aren't just looking for a quick fix. They're looking for someone who can be the cornerstone of their offensive line for years to come. This is a player who could anchor the middle of the line for the next decade, providing stability and leadership on a line that has been in constant flux. And the best part? This isn't the only move the Bears are making to improve the offensive line. In addition to Dalman, the Bears also signed Joe Thuney, a veteran guard, and Jonah Jackson, another experienced player. Together, these 3 players, Thuney, Jackson, and Dalman, represent a major upgrade to an offensive line that has struggled for years. Now with a solid, experienced line in place, the Bears can finally focus on building the offense around their young quarterback, Caleb Williams. Let's take a moment to appreciate the bigger picture here. The Chicago Bears have one of the best offseason situations in the entire NFL. General Manager Ryan Poles has done an outstanding job setting the team up for success. The Bears have the 6th highest salary cap space in the league, which has allowed them to make these aggressive moves in free agency. On top of that, they hold the 10th overall pick in the upcoming NFL draft, along with 2 other selections within the top 50. This gives the team the resources they need to continue building the roster. But let's be clear, it's not just about free agency. The Bears have a clear vision for their future, and it starts with the offensive line. By signing Drew Dalman, the team is sending a message. They are serious about competing. They're not just looking to rebuild, they're looking to win. And this move shows that they're willing to invest in the right players to make that happen. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, this is great, but one player doesn't fix everything, and you're right. The Bears still have a lot of work to do. They need to continue addressing other areas of need, such as wide receiver, tight end, and defensive upgrades. But let's not downplay the importance of this signing. Dalman is one of the best centers available in free agency, and the Bears were able to land him. That's a huge win for the team. When you look at the state of the Chicago Bears right now, things are looking up. The offensive line is no longer a weakness, it's a strength. Caleb Williams now has the protection he needs to succeed, and the Bears' running game is about to get a massive boost. This team is built for long-term success, and with the addition of Drew Dalman, they are well on their way to becoming a contender in the NFC. So as we look ahead to the 2025 season, we can all agree on one thing: the future is bright for the Chicago Bears. This is just the beginning. Drew Dalman's signing is one piece of the puzzle, and there's plenty more to come. Stay tuned, Bears fans. We're in for an exciting ride.